Spintown, Spintown, Spintown. Minecraft warrior. Spintown, Spintown, Spintown. He will get you. Unstoppable reaper in this world. You never know he's coming to defeat you. He's the king of the hill. He'll destroy your core. That obsidian glow filled with lava. He'll get you in the deathmatch that he will catch. And he'll destroy your monuments. Spintown, Spintown, Spintown. Minecraft warrior. Spintown, Spintown, Spintown. He will get you. Don't bother playing when he's around, cause he will conquer you. Spintown.
Welcome to Spintown, everyone. I'm just hanging out on the Overcast Network getting ready to do a review of their arcade that they released a couple days ago. Now, before I get into the review, do you guys like the fact that I played the entire Overcast Network intro this time? Because normally I only play like the 10-second version because the whole version that I played today is like 40 seconds long. A lot of times people don't want to have to sit through that, but it's been a while since I used it, so I decided to do it today. But if you guys don't like that, I'll make sure I go back to the 10-second one for majority of my videos. Anyways, back on to the review. This released a couple days ago, and I watched the official live stream with Ben on Twitch, and I played at the same time as I was watching it. Then I played some more afterwards, and I played the next day a little bit. I think I got a pretty good feel for the maps, and thought it was time to do a review. The review is not just for me, it's of course for the developers, because, you know, it's helpful for developers and map makers to get feedback from their games so they know what they might want to tweak in the future. They did a very good job at like doing tweaks already, because this has been public for a little while, doing testing, and you know, for the most part I think all the games were ready for release. They did a really good job, I guess, listening to the community and making sure everything played pretty smoothly. These first three maps you're seeing is called Block Runner. This one was called Block Runner Aquatic, and the next one's called Block Runner Volcanic. No real issues with any of them. They're fine for what they are. Very simple parkour. They're all elevated parkour courses where you have to race to the finish line, try to be first, but you also have the fact that the course is falling apart as well after the first 5 seconds. So you're racing players and you're racing the fact that the ground's about to fall apart underneath you. My small issue with this map is that it's nether inspired, which is fine. But a lot of times, for the visually impaired like myself, I cannot really tell the difference between netherrack and soul sand apart. At least not really quickly. I had to focus really hard. So when you're trying to race, it's kind of hard to focus on the individual blocks. You know, you're just trying to run and do really well in the race. So I would have really liked it if they want to use soul sand, that's fine. But I really wish they would have not used the netherrack and soul sand mixture, because that's just a real bitch for somebody like me to tell apart. And you know, soul sand really affects the way you jump too. So with this next minigame, Barf Box, I'm not really all that great at it, despite what Ben said in the live stream.
Barf Box, let's see what team I'm on. I'm on yellow. Oh boy, with Spintown, we're gonna kill it this time, guys. Are you ready? We won last time.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I'm okay at this game, I guess, but it doesn't really take anybody who's great at PvP or great at parkour or great at mining to be good at this. I mean, this is a game anybody really could excel at for a game and maybe win. I guess I should explain how it works. Okay, so you have like 4 teams, all color coordinated or whatever, and you have to jump down here into this giant, like gumball looking contraption, and mine as many blocks as you can. I think because I'm on red team I get more points for red blocks, but whenever you mine a block you see it drop something. Those go into your inventory and they're all worth a certain amount of points. There's also white blocks that can appear, and those drop like records where they're worth like a whole bunch of points, so you want to get those if you see them. But once you collected enough material, you got to run through and jump through this portal right there, and that then once you jump through the portal, all those points that you collected go on to your official like score. So it's just how much can you mine and how much can you get into that portal before the time runs out. Now you also have to pay attention to the other team, because this is a PvP map. If you run across somebody on the blue team, like for me because I'm on the red team, you can kill them or they can kill you. I, for the most part, try to avoid PvP during this game. Number one, I'm just not all that great at PvP, so it just makes more sense for me to avoid it and just spend my time mining. But if you kill somebody, I think you get to take their stuff, so that's one strategy that, if you're good at PvP, you want to utilize. Is, if you see somebody, go ahead and attack them because you're going to get rewarded for it. I don't attack unless I see somebody not paying attention, like this guy right here. He had his back to me, and I was able to get a couple quick hits in, and then it looks like he just went AFK, but, because I was able to get the first couple hits in, I would have been pretty safe anyways, I think. So, yeah, not a whole lot of time left. I'll see if I can hold on to this lead and get a few more points, though, before time runs out. But yeah, great game because it's great for the casual player, easy to pick up on, and something anybody can excel at. So let's see what's next. Alright, Conclave. Now, this is the first of 2 maps that involve boosting yourself with TNT. It's basically TNT parkour. You just jump from island to island, but then you have some of them you can't really jump to. So you have to place TNT and basically explode yourself to the next island. And it's not all that hard, but sometimes the timing can be a little funky. I mean, not funky, it's just sometimes you might mistime it and it sends you flying in a direction you might not expect. Especially when you have a bunch of people placing TNT at the same time, because an explosion from somebody else's TNT can affect your TNT, and that's extremely annoying. If there was one thing I could change about these 2 maps, this one and the next one, that would be it, because overall it's kind of a fun little race, and it's something I'm glad they put into the arcade, but that right there can be really frustrating when you get on fuller matches. When it's just like 3 or 4 players or whatever, it's not all that big a deal, but when you have like 5 or 6 people trying to place TNT at the same time, like if I was to place my TNT at the same time they did right there, it would have been pointless, because mine would have just got blown off to the side and it would have threw my jump off. So I hope they can fix that. I don't know if they can. Another thing I didn't like, it's kind of a minor issue, I guess, but sometimes they have multiple islands really close together, and when I was in a hurry, I tried to like boost myself to the one I wasn't supposed to go to. So I kind of wish the courses were more of in like a straight line, or there is a little bit better of a clear path, which I should go the entire time, because sometimes I did find myself trying to go to the wrong island when I got into a rush. Now, Mineth, I guess how you say this, this is the same thing as what we just saw, just a different layout. And the only issues I have with it are the same ones I mentioned for the last one. It's a fun mini game overall. Just those 2 small little issues, if they could take care of those, it'd be great. No issues at all after that. This is not something I'm all that great at, by the way. I'm not necessarily a cannoner when I play on Overcast, so I don't have the experience with TNT that some people do, because some people make player cannons and shit like that, launch themselves to the other side of the map, and I've tried that a couple times, but I'm really bad at it, and I'm not somebody who likes to spend a lot of time practicing certain skills in Minecraft. I'm just like totally casual, go, click spam, sometimes I'll bow spam depending on the maps if they're in camp. So I don't really have the refined skill set that a lot of Minecraft PvPers do on the Overcast Network, because they're into the competitive side of things. So that's not me. But I think I'm holding my own right now. I don't think I'm doing bad, and I have won 1 or 2 of these games. I can't remember if this is one I won or not, but if you haven't figured out already, this is not live commentary. This was the commentary for this was recorded well after the video. So yeah, sometimes I can't remember exactly how I did, but it looks like I won this one. So yeah, I'm glad I saved this clip for that. So yay, Spintown wins. Now what's next? Okay, Creep Slap. This is probably my least favorite game they have. If not my least favorite, it's tied for my least favorite, because there's one more I just can't stand in their rotation. But all you gotta do is you have all these creeper eggs, you can place them, and then you light the creeper and you hit it over at the other team trying to blow them up, and they're doing the same to you. You score points by killing players on the other team. Pretty simple concept, and I think I would like this more if it was just like 1 or 2 people on a team. But when you have all these people on a team, they're just like randomly clicking and hitting things, it seems like, and yeah, most of the time I'm just running around back and forth punching shit, because if I try to take my time and aim a shot or anything like that, somebody's going to come hit it for me, or I'm getting shot already by somebody on the other side. This is too chaotic, too much noise. I'm muting the audio, if you haven't noticed, because it's a very loud game as well. Constant explosions. There was one thing that if they are going to keep this game, which I'm sure they probably will, but I hate it, is you can break the ice. I don't know if you can do it in all spots, but I've played this game 2 or 3 times where I saw people break the ice out in the middle. I don't know if it was from them punching it or if it was from an explosion, but that's something that the developers might want to take a look at and just check out to make sure that everything's protected the way it should be, because I don't think you should be able to break any of the ice. But yeah, this is definitely a unique game. I just don't find it to be a fun game, at least in this format. Again, maybe if it was 1 or 2 people per team, it'd be okay. But even right now, where I only got like 3 people on my team, that's including myself, I think. To me, it's just, see, ice broke right there. I don't know exactly how that happened, but yeah, to me, it's just too chaotic still, and too many creepers on the screen at once, people just spamming them, so. All right, this one, Dynamite Versus. This is an okay game. I just wish that maybe you can make a better map for it. I don't know, but you're throwing TNT at the other team and trying to destroy their pillars. Like, if you just get one TNT to land on one of those pillars or platforms, you destroy the whole thing. So you're trying to basically spleef the other team with TNT. And it's okay. Again, you see the buildings crumbling from where somebody hit one. And I just took this one out right there. Boom, that one will all disappear. It's just a little bit tricky to get the TNT to land on the platform. You can kind of get the hang of it after a while, and you want to try to aim at the side on the bottom and kind of get to hit that little corner, and it'll stay there a lot of times. But to get it to land on top, that's really hard. So I don't know if they meant for you to only be able to like try to throw it at the bottom or what, but maybe I kind of wish there was maybe like a backstop, even if it's just maybe 1 block behind each platform or something where it'd be a little bit easier to get the TNT to land on top. Not a horrible mini game, but not one of my favorites that they got. This next one is a lot of fun. Puddin' Pops. At first I didn't really like it, but that was during very early on in the testing, and I don't know if they made changes to it or what, or maybe I just didn't give enough of a chance, but I've really come to like this one. It's, as you're already able to tell, I'm sure, a parkour race, and it's one of the ones where if you step on a block, you basically change that block. And so as you're running across these pudding blocks, you're making them turn gray, and I think that's gray, just regular clay is what they used. And once they turn that color, like a second later, they're going to fall. So the parkour is very simple in and of itself. So your only real issue is trying to pick a path that isn't going to be destroyed or falling apart because of one of the other competitors. And for the most part, you can find an easy path to take all the time, but sometimes you'll find yourself in a situation where, oh shit, there's no course where I need there to be course. So it's fun. It's always going to be a little bit different each time you play it because of the way the map works and how it falls apart when a player steps on it. And all you got to do is go to the very end and bring back to where you started a pudding pop 4 times. First one to do that wins. Or if nobody's able to do that by the time the time runs out, it's whoever has the most pudding pops. So I really wish they would have like built pixel art of Bill Cosby in the background, but I can totally see why they didn't with his pending legal difficulties. If you don't know about that, Google it. But yeah, he's probably not the best person to throw up as like your a mascot right now for a game, but I still think it would be funny if they put Bill Cosby in the background. We got a pixelated Bill Cosby on Scotland, so I mean, you know, I can just copy and paste that over, you guys. You know, just saying, if you guys want Bill Cosby here, I can make it happen for you. You wouldn't have to do any work. But yeah, fun game. Humble Jungle. This is another parkour map, and it's the first of 2 of this type of game. You'll see in just a second that the parkour itself is very simple. Oh, shit. That's an example of something that I think they need to fix right there, and I'll get more into that in a minute. But the way this game works is you just jump from platform to platform, changing its color to whatever your team color is. And you're a team of 1. This is really not a team game, so whatever your color is, that's what you're trying to change these blocks to. The more blocks you have your color, the more points you earn. So it's basically just trying to keep as many of these as your color as you can. And there is a little bit of strategy involved, because if you see somebody doing really well, you can just make a point of getting all these red ones. And if you focus on one particular player like that, you can kind of help yourself out. You see if you're in second place and the red guy is beating you, you jump on the red ones. It makes sense. And the only other strategy, well, there's 2 other things you can do strategy-wise. But one other thing you want to try to avoid doing is jumping on your own colors. One that's already, like if I'm orange now, you don't want to jump on any more orange ones, because that's just a waste of time. You could be jumping on a different color. So yeah, the only other strategy you have is this stupid little knockback stick. And that's my first issue with this map, is the damn stick. Because sometimes I hit somebody and it doesn't seem like it knocks them anywhere. If anything, it kind of freezes their jump. It'll if I'm in the middle of a jump myself and somebody hits me, it just stops my jump. And then other times I go flying across the map. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong, or if that's like that for everybody, but it's annoying as hell. I wish the stick acted more consistently, and if it's not going to, I just wish they'd get rid of it, because I think this would be a fun game without the stick, honestly. So take the PvP part of it out, and it's still a fun game in my opinion. Alright, so I had one more issue with these maps, and I'm just going to shut up and let Ben tell you about it, because he had the same damn problem during his live stream that I found frustrating.
Why does it spawn me right here? How is that helpful? Why does it spawn me on the cornerest part of the thing? Where literally any movement in any direction, except forward, which is probably what I should do, is just going to immediately make you fall off.
So yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one who has an issue with that, because it's happened to me multiple times where I would die, and then it puts me back up on the spawn platform, and as soon as I go to move, I'm falling again because they spawn you right on the fucking edge. I don't understand why that's like that. So it's an easy fix, so that's a good thing. And I expect the developers will fix that, because that's something so easy to fix. You don't want to be, that's also very frustrating. You don't want to leave in the game. Now, as far as the stick issue, I don't know if they'll fix that or not. In my opinion, I think they should make a change, whether they just fix the sticks. All the time it just sent me flying. And other times it just stops your jump. I don't get that. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong. So I don't read the chat very often either. So maybe there's something in chat I missed. It told you how to send people flying and how to stop people from flying. But yeah, I don't know. I find that frustrating as well. So do with that information what you will. As far as this map is concerned, it's pretty much just like the one we did before. So, I mean, I like the last one. So, obviously, I'm going to say I like this one as well. I'm doing pretty well this time, and in general, I do well on these. I don't always win, but I usually finish, in the top few. I'm not bragging, it's just, the parkour is very simple, and I own a parkour server, so I'm not great at parkour, so this parkour is not going to be, but it's not challenging to me. So I think it's pretty accessible to pretty much anybody. You don't have to be experienced in parkour to do this game. But if you do find this parkour too challenging and you want to up your game, I suggest you try out play.spinkour.com. That is my public parkour server. And if you can do that parkour, you will blow people away at games like this, where the parkour is super simple. So, play.spinkour.com. Give it a try. Hopefully here soon we're going to have a brand new plugin with a party system as well, because my parkour is extremely hard and you might need an entire party just to be able to do it. But yeah, good game overall. Well, that's it for the first half of my review, but don't worry, I said first half. That means there's a lot more games that I haven't yet reviewed, and if you want to see what my opinion is on those other games, all you gotta do is click this fancy wallpaper right here that I got the other day, and it'll take you to the second half of the video, or there's a link in the description that'll take you there as well.